For years, One Piece fans have been eagerly awaiting the mysterious island of Elbaf, home to the mightiest warriors in the world, the giants. But what if this island holds secrets far greater than we ever imagined? What if Elbaf is not just another stop on the Straw Hat's journey, but a pivotal location that will reveal the truth about one of the series' most enigmatic characters? Redhead Shanks? Recent chapters have shown something truly shocking. Shanks in Elbaf, being treated with extraordinary respect by the giants, even going so far as to protect the island from external threats. But why? What is the true connection between Shanks and the land of giants? And how does it tie into the dark prophecy surrounding Prince Loki and the ancient warriors of the Void Century? Before we dive into this mind-blowing theory that could change everything we know about One Piece, make sure to subscribe to One Piece Secrets for more groundbreaking theories that will reshape how you see the series. Now let's uncover the truth that's been hidden for centuries. Let's start by establishing what we know for certain about Elbaf. First mentioned early in the series, Elbaf is renowned as the strongest nation in the world, home to the race of giants who pride themselves on their strength and honor. The island's culture is heavily inspired by Norse mythology, with warriors who live by a strict code of honor and engage in epic battles. They celebrate the Winter Festival, a 12-day period, where they fast to honor their ancestors and traditions. Giants from Elbaf can live up to 300 years, making them not just physically imposing, but also repositories of ancient knowledge spanning multiple human generations. The current ruler, or rather, the former ruler, was King Harold, considered the greatest monarch in Elbaf's history. Under his leadership, Elbaf prospered and maintained its status as a world power that even the world government treats with caution. What makes Elbaf particularly intriguing is how it has remained largely independent throughout history. Despite the world government's tendency to control or subjugate powerful nations, Elbaf has maintained its sovereignty. This suggests that either the giants are too powerful to conquer, or there's something about Elbaf that the world government doesn't want to disturb. This is our first clue that Elbaf might be more than just an island of strong warriors. It could be a keeper of ancient secrets that the world government fears being revealed. Now, let's examine one of the most surprising revelations in recent chapters, Shanks's appearance in Elbaf and the unusual respect shown to him by the giants. When Shanks appeared in Elbaf, he wasn't treated as an outsider or even as a powerful pirate. He was welcomed as someone deeply connected to the island. The giants demonstrated a level of respect for Shanks that goes beyond what we'd expect for even a Yonko. More surprisingly, we learned that Shanks actively protected Elbaf from a threat posed by the Kid Pirates, showcasing his dedication to the island and its people. This suggests that Shanks isn't just a visitor to Elbaf. He appears to hold some official position as the island's protector. But why would a Yonko, one of the 4 most powerful pirates in the world, with numerous territories and responsibilities, dedicate time and resources to protecting Elbaf specifically? The respect the giants have for Shanks isn't simply about his strength. It hints at a protective relationship that goes beyond normal camaraderie. Could Shanks have deeper ties to Elbaf than we've been led to believe? Is there an ancestral connection we haven't yet discovered? One particularly interesting detail is that Shanks's ship, the Red Force, features a dragon head motif similar to Viking longships. This visual parallel to Norse culture, the same culture that inspired Elbaf, cannot be coincidental in Oda's meticulously crafted world. To understand why Shanks might be so invested in Elbaf, we need to examine one of the island's darkest secrets. Prince Loki, the son of King Harold, now known as the Shame of Elbaf. In a shocking act of betrayal, Loki murdered his own father, King Harold, to obtain a legendary devil fruit that has been passed down through the generations of Elbaf's royal family. After this horrific act, Elbaf's military managed to capture Loki, sentencing him to a form of perpetual imprisonment after they failed to execute him. This is where the connection to Norse mythology becomes particularly relevant. In Norse legends, Loki is the trickster god who eventually brings about Ragnarok, the apocalyptic event that leads to the destruction of the world and the death of many gods. Similarly, in One Piece, Loki's dark intentions extend beyond merely obtaining power. He harbors aspirations that could potentially destroy the world, aligning with the prophecy of Ragnarok. If left unchecked, Loki's power could pose an existential threat not just to Elbaf, but to the entire world of One Piece. This might explain why someone of Shanks' caliber would take a personal interest in ensuring Loki remains contained. But what exactly is this royal devil fruit that was worth committing patricide for? What power does it hold that makes it so coveted? And why would Shanks, who has shown little interest in devil fruits throughout the series, be concerned about this particular one? One of the most compelling theories about Shanks' connection to Elbaf involves his possible inspiration from Viking lore, specifically Eric the Red, a famous Norse explorer known for his red hair. Interestingly, the giant warrior's ship is called the Great Eric, a name strikingly similar to Eric. This parallel becomes even more significant when we consider that Shanks is often depicted with red hair, just like his potential Norse inspiration. The dragon motif on Shanks's Red Force ship further strengthens this connection. In the mural, found in Elbaf, a dragon-like entity is depicted as protecting the World Tree, a central element in Norse mythology. If we look at this symbolically, it could represent Shanks' current role as a guardian of Elbaf and its secrets. There's also speculation that Shanks might be partially inspired by the Viking culture that forms the basis of Elbaf's society. This would explain his natural affinity with the giants and their immediate acceptance of him as one of their own. But this theory goes deeper than mere aesthetic similarities. What if Shanks has actual ancestral ties to Elbaf? What if, despite his human appearance, he has giant blood in his veins? This would explain his extraordinary physical capabilities, even without a devil fruit, and the natural respect he commands from the giants. To truly understand the significance of Elbaf and its connection to Shanks, we need to look back at the mysterious Void Century, the 100-year period erased from history by the world government. There's substantial evidence suggesting that the giants were one of the ancient races that existed during the Void Century, and may have been allies of the ancient kingdom that opposed the 20 kingdoms that would later form the world government. After the fall of the ancient kingdom, the giants, like many other races, were likely marginalized and pushed to the fringes of the world. Yet unlike the Lunarians, who were nearly exterminated, or the Sky People who were forced to live in the clouds, the giants managed to maintain their homeland and their strength, suggesting they reached some form of understanding with the victorious kingdoms. The Elbaf mural, recently revealed in the manga, depicts 3 distinct eras of the world. It shows various races, including giants, Lunarians, minks, fishmen, and others, united against a common enemy. This mural might contain crucial information about the Void Century and the true purpose of the ancient weapons. Most intriguingly, the mural suggests that the giants might have been allies of Joy Boy during the Void Century. They may hold knowledge about Joy Boy's unfulfilled promise and the dawn of the world that he predicted would come 800 years later. If Shanks is aware of this connection, perhaps through information passed down through Roger's crew after reaching Laugh Tale, it would explain his interest in protecting Elbaf. The island might be a key piece in the puzzle leading to the One Piece and the fulfillment of Joy Boy's promise. Now, let's explore one of the most intriguing elements of our theory, the mysterious devil fruit passed down through Elbaf's royal family. According to recent chapters, Loki murdered his father to obtain this fruit, suggesting its power is extraordinary, perhaps even unique among devil fruits. But what could make this fruit so special that it would drive a prince to patricide? One possibility is that this isn't just any devil fruit, but one with a power directly connected to the ancient weapons or the One Piece itself. Perhaps it grants the ability to read poneglyphs without being from the Kozuki clan, or maybe it allows the user to communicate with the ancient weapons in some way. Another theory suggests that this fruit might be the mythical Zoan fruit model, Loki, granting its user powers similar to the trickster god of Norse mythology, including shape-shifting or illusion creation. This would align with the Norse mythology theme of Elbaf and explain why it's kept within the royal family. Shanks, who was part of Roger's crew and likely knows the true history of the world, might be particularly interested in keeping this fruit out of dangerous hands. If the fruit's power could somehow accelerate or prevent the coming of the dawn that Joy Boy predicted, Shanks would have a vested interest in ensuring it's used correctly. This would explain why Shanks, despite being a busy Yonko with territories to manage and a crew to lead, would dedicate time to monitoring Elbaf and Loki's imprisonment. The stakes are simply too high to ignore. Building on the Norse mythology parallels, there's a compelling theory that Elbaf has its own version of the Ragnarok prophecy, a prediction of a world-ending event that mirrors the apocalypse from Norse legends. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok begins when Loki breaks free from his chains and leads the forces of chaos against the gods, resulting in the death of many major deities and the subsequent rebirth of the world. Similarly, in One Piece, if Prince Loki were to escape his imprisonment, he might trigger a catastrophic chain of events that could reshape the world. This prophecy might be directly connected to Whitebeard's famous prediction of a great war that will engulf the entire world once the One Piece is found. If Loki's escape and the subsequent Ragnarok are part of this prophecy, it would explain why Shanks is so invested in keeping Loki contained. Shanks might be acting as a guardian preventing Ragnarok from occurring prematurely. His role might be to ensure that when the final war does come, it happens under the right circumstances, when Luffy and the new Joy Boy are ready to bring about the dawn of the world. This theory gains further credibility when we consider that Shanks has consistently acted as a balancer in the One Piece world, intervening at crucial moments to prevent the scales from tipping too far in any direction. His appearance at Marineford to end the war, his meeting with the Five Elders, and now his protection of Elbaf all point to someone working toward a specific endgame with precise timing. One of the most controversial yet fascinating theories about Shanks involves the possibility that he has an evil twin, a theory that gains new significance when connected to Elbaf. Fans have noted seemingly contradictory appearances of Shanks in different locations within short time frames, leading to speculation that there might be two Shanks. If true, this could explain some of the inconsistencies in Shanks's behavior throughout the series. What if one Shanks is the benevolent, honorable pirate we've come to know, while the other is a darker version with more sinister goals? This would create a perfect parallel to the duality found in Norse mythology, particularly with figures like Loki, who can be both helpful and harmful. The evil twin theory becomes even more intriguing when we consider the possibility that this twin might be connected to Elbaf in some way, perhaps as an antagonist to the giants or as someone with designs on the royal devil fruit. This would set up a perfect villain for an Elbaf arc, a dark reflection of Shanks who shares his face but none of his honor or principles. It would also create a compelling narrative where the Straw Hats might initially mistake the evil twin for the real Shanks, leading to confusion and betrayal. While this theory might seem far-fetched, Oda has consistently surprised readers with unexpected twists. The revelation of an evil Shanks twin would certainly qualify as one of the biggest plot twists in the series. As we approach the final saga of One Piece, the question of Shanks's ultimate role in the story becomes increasingly important. A theory suggests that his connection to Elbaf might be central to his final destiny. One possibility is that Shanks is destined for a sacrificial role. If Prince Loki does escape and trigger a Ragnarok-like event, Shanks might be the one who steps up to stop him, potentially at the cost of his own life. This would be a fitting end for a character who has consistently put the greater good above his personal ambitions. Another likely scenario involves the inevitable confrontation between Shanks and Luffy. This meeting, promised since the very beginning of the series, might take place in Elbaf, with the giants as witnesses. Rather than a battle born of animosity, this could be a test. Shanks evaluating whether Luffy is truly ready to find the One Piece and bring about the dawn that Joy Boy predicted. Shanks might also play a crucial role in the final war prophesied by Whitebeard. His connections to both the world government, as seen in his meeting with the Five Elders, and to ancient powers like Elbaf, position him as a potential kingmaker in this conflict. He might be gathering allies, including the giants of Elbaf, in preparation for this ultimate battle. Whatever his final destiny, it seems increasingly likely that Elbaf will be central to Shanks' endgame. The island's secrets, its connection to the Void Century, and its powerful inhabitants make it the perfect stage for Shanks' true purpose to be revealed. No discussion of Elbaf would be complete without addressing Usopp's long-standing dream to visit the Island of Giants. This dream, established early in the series, takes on new significance in light of our theory about Shanks and Elbaf. Usopp has idolized the giants of Elbaf since his childhood, seeing them as the epitome of the brave warriors of the sea he aspires to become. His encounters with Dory and Brogy on Little Garden only strengthened this admiration. What's particularly interesting is how Usopp's dream intersects with our theory about Shanks. If Shanks does have a special connection to Elbaf, and if Elbaf is indeed central to the final stages of the One Piece story, then Usopp's dream isn't just a character goal. It's a narrative device foreshadowing the importance of Elbaf to the overall plot. When the Straw Hats eventually reach Elbaf, Usopp might play a crucial role due to his connection with the giants. He might be the one who discovers the truth about Shanks' relationship with Elbaf, or he might even be instrumental in preventing Loki's escape and the subsequent Ragnarok. This would be the perfect opportunity for Usopp to fulfill his dream of becoming a brave warrior of the sea, facing his fears and standing tall alongside the giants he's admired for so long. It would bring his character arc full circle in a deeply satisfying way. As we've explored throughout this theory, Elbaf is far more than just an island of giants. It's a nexus of ancient history, prophecy, and destiny that could play a pivotal role in the final saga of One Piece. The connections between Shanks, Elbaf, and the broader narrative of One Piece are too numerous and significant to be coincidental. From the Norse mythology parallels to the hints about the Void Century, from the mysterious royal devil fruit to the prophecy of Ragnarok, all signs point to Elbaf being one of the final and most important islands before Laugh Tale. Shanks's presence in Elbaf and his role as its protector suggests that he understands the island's true significance. Whether he's guarding against Loki's escape, preserving ancient knowledge from the Void Century, or preparing allies for the final war, Shanks's actions indicate that Elbaf is central to his endgame. As we approach the conclusion of this epic saga, one thing is certain. When the Straw Hats finally reach Elbaf, the revelations awaiting them will change everything we thought we knew about One Piece. What do you think? Is Shanks truly connected to the giants through ancient bloodlines? Is the royal devil fruit the key to understanding the Void Century? Will Loki escape and bring about a One Piece version of Ragnarok? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into One Piece lore, make sure to like this video, subscribe to One Piece Secrets, and hit the notification bell to never miss our upcoming theories. Next week, we'll be exploring the true nature of the ancient weapons and their connection to the final war, so you won't want to miss it. This is One Piece Secrets, uncovering the mysteries that others miss. Until next time, keep searching for the truth hidden in plain sight.